Good evening. Addiction after 50. I've been thinking on this video for a few weeks now. This one's a little bit heavier, but it's real. It's a real conversation for me, or real thoughts, I guess. And if you're 50, chances are this topic's touched you or someone that you've loved. It's winter time, y'all. It's cold, breezy. Anyway, what addiction really is. So when we hear addiction, drugs and alcohol, that's the first thing that comes up. It's just what we think of, stereotype. And yeah, those are real, serious. Addiction's a little more than that. Addiction is anything we use to cope when life feels out of control, or just to get that small sense of gratitude or escape. For me, this is what I'm understanding. It could be really anything, you know what I mean? We say drugs and alcohol, but certain foods, you know, fried foods, sweet, sugar, you know, sweet tea, coffee. For me, I mean, coffee in the mornings, and I don't have to have it. Well, I sure like it, you know, and I'm driving to work and I want it. Physical activities. It could be exercise, getting on that treadmill, running, whatever. Fishing. For me, I love to fish. And it's just doing everything, whether it's putting the lure on, casting it, catching. Right now it's cold out. You can't really fish. The water's down. I'm out there searching for lures. I don't need lures. It's an addiction. Sports on TV. You know, y'all know y'all can deal with it. There's a lot of people that are addicted to sports. They got to watch that game coming on, you know, 5 o'clock, got to be at home. Silly cat videos. How many of y'all are addicted to them old silly cat videos on YouTube or whatever? So some of these are harmless and some even look healthy. But at the core, it's about control, or the fear of losing control. So why it's different at 50? So at 50, you know, our discipline isn't as easy as it used to be. If that was the case, we'd be still doing push-ups and exercise more than we do. Our bodies don't bounce back the same. You know, something happens, it just doesn't. We don't just go backwards to it. And I want to say the most important one is, in our lifetime, life has stacked up the stress, the responsibilities, the loss. I mean, there's so much that has happened, you know, so we kind of use it. And at this age, most of us don't just know addiction, we've watched addiction, whether it's friends, family, co-workers, and sadly, some that didn't make it. You know, I lost a cousin, maybe almost 2 years now, I guess. And she was young, early 20s. Husband, kid may have been 2 years, maybe 2 years old. And she had the biggest smile, always smiling, always happy. And, you know, no details, just, it took her. That's when it kind of starts setting in, becomes real. It's a little harder to take. Everyone has something. We all have some form of addiction. Some are manageable. Some are not quite so manageable. So before we judge, let's do this. Think about the one thing that you can't do without today or tomorrow, the one thing that you like, and take it away. How do you sit with that? Take brushing your teeth. Some people will brush their teeth 3 times a day, and if they don't brush their teeth, they get that feeling in their mouth, and they need to brush their teeth. Anything like that is an addiction. So, before we judge, think about what we can do without judgment versus encouragement. Judgment versus encouragement. It's easy to say, hey, if they wanted to quit, they could just quit. They choose not to. That's not how addiction works. Judgment shuts people down. Encouragement opens doors, opens the ears. If you're struggling, find that one person that'll listen, that one person, and it can be a stranger, the one person that's not going to criticize, not one that's going to lecture, not one that's trying to fix everything. And those are hard to come by, but find that one person. Sometimes just being heard can save a life. I mean, I have been on both sides of that ear, and I would like to say that I've helped a lot of people down, and I know I've been helped by somebody just listening. So how do we get past it? So that's the real talk, really. How do you get past some of the addictions? And I'm not telling anyone how to do it as much as I'm telling you my experience on what I've done. I'm not a doctor. I'm just someone who's dealt with addiction. For me, the fear has always been losing the control, whatever it is. And here's something people don't like to talk about. Cold turkey is not always the answer. Just quit. Just quit. That's all you gotta do is just quit. Sometimes that's just as dangerous. Quitting suddenly can cause serious withdrawals. Physically, mentally, emotionally, everything. Trying to quit right before a big meeting or a social event or a family situation, that's not always the smartest idea. And I know there's gonna be a lot of people pushing me back on this, and I get it. I used to feel the same way. I promise you, this is a real thing. If you're a supportive friend, and this part matters, sometimes it's okay to have something put back for them. I'm not saying go out there and buy illegal drugs, something like this. That's not what I'm trying to put out there. What I'm saying is, sometimes it's okay for emergencies. It's not enabling the habit. It's not saying, hey man, I approve of this. No, this is preventing public breakdowns. This is, some people have panic attacks whenever they don't have it or they can't get it or whatever. Embarrassment, worse. Trust me, this is real life. For me, I have seen it, I've been part of it, I have been the emergency person. This is a hormonal, how do they say it? It's a harm reduction, not an approval. But maybe you just can't be that person. But if you have the addiction, or if you are with that person, make a plan, some plan, any plan. Write it down. Keep it simple, make it a realistic schedule. Don't say, well, I'm going to quit in 2 weeks. Tell yourself you're going to quit in 4 weeks. And if you quit in 3, man, great. If it takes you 3 months instead of 6 months, whatever. And if you can, share that with someone you can trust, someone that understands you, that someone can relate with. Accountability doesn't mean punishment. It means support. You need support. Celebrate the small wins. The one less. If it's one beer, so you drank 4 today instead of 6. Yes. Whatever the little small wins are, the one moment of control that you have, the night that you got a full night of sleep because you didn't wake up thinking that you needed it. Failure doesn't mean you failed. This is the most important part. So we mess up. We've been messing up since we was born. We're going to mess up all the way to the end. It doesn't mean we're a failure. It means we're human. Progress is messy. It's going to be messy. And healing is definitely not a straight line. There's no real answer. There's no just open up a book and this is what it is. Everybody's body is different. And sometimes it does take medical assistance. It does. You know, if it gets to that point, the most important part is just don't give up. You can't give up on something that you haven't won yet. It's kind of like we used to play Mario Brothers. You remember back in the day, everybody played a little Mario. So you remember the stupid little turtle things? Every time you come out there, boom, you run into them, you die. Run into a key, you die, you die. Then you start learning. Either you jump over the turtle or you jump on top of the turtle. So either you're jumping over the problem or you're jumping on the problem. And you start learning that you jump over each problem and you move to the next level. This is what you do every day or every hour, whatever it is. That's about as much as I can go with that. I mean, this is a hard one to talk about, but I felt, for me, I need to talk about it. So if this video hit close to home, you're not weak. I'm not weak. You're not broken. And we're definitely not alone. And if you're watching this for someone else, thank you for caring. Somebody needs it. And you may need it. We need it. If we have gotten past that addiction, let's help others with the addiction. It's hard at a young age. It's a lot harder when you become our age. And I know it's going to be harder when we get a little bit older. Not old, older. But anyway, y'all be safe, and I'll see you on the next one. And hey, if y'all found this video helpful or encouragement, subscribe. Or buy me a cup of coffee. Description's in the bottom. All right, guys, I'm out. It's cold.